Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. It's good to see you. First NRL game in about 2 weeks. Didn't do one last week. I do apologise for missing that, but I hope you're all well. We've got the Bunnies versus Storm in about 15 minutes' time. We've got the final 9 minutes of Roosters versus Knights. If you don't want it spoiled, look away now. But as of right now, it's Knights 16, Roosters 22. 9 minutes to go. It's looking good at the minute. My exact score's still on for it as well. And I got my exact score for the Panthers-Eels game. I was spot on. And the try scorer too. So it's been a good start to the week. I do have 26-16 to the Roosters, so it is on. And Billy Smith was the latest try scorer who had any time. So it's been a decent start. It's been decent. But if you guys have a vote, have any thoughts on who you think is going to win, there's a poll in the live stream chat. Get your votes in on the poll. Let me know who you think is going to win. Get your votes in there. Break here for the Knights. Support from Bradman Best. Hands it off. Tedesco chasing. My exact score is now impossible for this game. Thank you, Bradman. Appreciate that. But that's a try for the Knights. They will equalise in a second. Fair dues. Looking good. Looking like a decent game. Anyway, get your votes in on the poll. If you got a prediction, throw it in there. Let me know your thoughts. Currently a vote each. It's now 2-1 in favour of the Storm. So I'll do a run through of the team lists. I'll go through my predictions for this game. And then I'll do a final run through of the team list before we get started. So first run through and then my predictions. So in the backs of the Rabbitohs, they have Dufty, Johnston, Siegwalt, Whiten, Graham, Walker and Ward. The forwards are Totola, Smith, Kolomatangi, Aitken, Riddell, or I think it's Raddle actually, Raddle and Garlick. The bench is Hubner, Sullivan, Gray, LeBlanc, Humphreys and Fletcher. And head coach is Wayne Bennett. In the backs of the Storm, they have Farlongo, Tuamulatu Brown, Howarth, Meany, Leo, Wishart and Hughes. The forwards are Utakamanu, Tolau, King, Clark, Keeley and Liero. The bench is Grant, McDonald, Hinchy, Hetherington, Hewen and Waiteri. Head coach is Craig Bellamy. So interesting that Grant is not starting over Tolau. I don't know what the thinking is there. If I could ask Craig Bellamy, I would ask him. What's going on there, sir? Let us know. Why is the best hooker in the game on the bench? And your captain, why is he on the bench? That's what I want to know. I'm sure he'd have a reasonable answer. Who am I to question Craig Bellamy, after all? But yeah, my prediction for this one. Okay then. Now, both have won 3 in their last 5 games. Currently on the exact same form, which is win, win, loss, win, loss. Murray and Duncan are out for the Rabbitohs, meaning Siegwalt comes back into the back line. Hubner initially starts at 13, but it is now Garlick. The kick is also good. It's now 22-all in the other game. But it's now Garlick at 13. Cosy, Sullivan, Mamazales and Fletcher were all available. For the Storm, they're without Warbrick, so Tuamulatu Brown starts on the wing. And they've also got Leo and Hughes coming back in. Now, for me, this is a really tough game, because I feel both are about even to me. Both aren't that big necessarily in the forwards, but I feel like Storm are usually better at pinning teams back, while the Rabbitohs maybe have a little bit more punch up front, especially with the likes of Kolomatangi. They initially had Fafita in the back row, but he's not there at the moment. So in terms of meters and how well each side gets up the field, for me it comes down to who will move the ball around more. Early on in the year, the Storm were one of the best for line breaks. Since they move the ball around to the edges a lot, they could break teams open. But they can also get into the habit of just staying in the grind, not really being that expansive, focusing purely on set completion, just trying to get to the end of the sets, not wanting to make mistakes, basically. While the Rabbitohs, they love moving the ball around inside their own half, and they produce a lot of line breaks because of it. So I do trust the Rabbitohs to get up the field a little bit easier this week, and the Storm's backline hasn't looked too strong with yardage carries this season. So we could see the Rabbitohs keeping the Storm pinned back for long periods of this game too, after getting up the park from line breaks. Now, with Hughes being back in for the Storm, their kicking and attacking threat is stronger this week. And with Grant at 9, he can always make up for any deficits in the forward pack, given how well he can manipulate defences. But we could see less of that work from 9, given he's going to be coming off the bench. Maybe he comes on after half an hour and then does the rest of the game. We'll have to see what they choose to do there. But when I look at the options for the Rabbitohs, all I can see is how fast they are in possession and how well they open teams up. Dufty is killing it for meters so far this year. The Bunnies' left edge in the red zone is so strong with Walker, Aitken, Siegwalt and Johnston. They execute so well in tight space as well, which makes them so dangerous. And in the midfield, on the right edge, they can open teams up with Ward, Fafita initially, but it's now Raddle, with Whiten and Graham and Dufty out the back as well, especially on that right-hand side. Now, this one could go either way, because I think this is a close game, but with how good the Rabbitohs are at opening teams up, I think that makes a difference in this one. The line break potential. Toya's nearly scored an absolute beauty. And with all that being said, I'm going to go with the Rabbitohs to win by 1 to 12 points, 26 points to 18, Johnston anytime. And there you have it. That's the prediction for this one. Yeah, Toya nearly went in for a beauty then. 5 minutes to go. When Knights come up with possession, I might just focus on these final 5 minutes for now in the other game. But yeah, if you've got a vote on the poll, get them in there. 7 votes, 57% have the Rabbitohs to win. So what happened at the end of this? So there was a break for Toya, bumped off 2 defenders, got past Sharp, brought down inches in front of the try line, and then ball out the back from dummy half was then just dropped by Spencer Leniu. 4.5 minutes to go. 6 line breaks to 5 in favour of the Knights. Mooney with a carry up towards his own 30. 2 tackles left for the Knights. Next carry through in the middle. Jones takes him up towards the 40. Last one for Newcastle. Right to Crosland. Aims towards the back right corner. Beats everybody. Might go dead in goal though. Needs a bounce. Oh, doesn't get it. 4 minutes to go. 7 tackle set for the Roosters. That means they can get up the park. Drop goal in the end of it, possibly. So, almost a perfect kick. Almost. Oh, what now? What now? Yeah, I do have the Roosters to win by 1 to 12, so... Yeah, got the exact score with the Panthers Eels, 24-18. Jenkins anytime. I've currently got Billy Smith anytime. Just need the Roosters 1 to 12, and that's perfect start to the week. But yeah, 1 to 12 for the Rabbitohs in this one as well. Once we get close to the start of the game, I'll do one final run through of the team list. Good movement down the left-hand side. Walker, over halfway. Still plenty of tackles to go as well. I think you got to go for one in this set. You've got to go for one in this set. Just take your carries, straighten up, get as many meters as you can. Obviously, if you can offload cleanly, do it, but don't force it if it's not on. I don't want some prop forward. I don't want Leniu or White doing something stupid. Leniu's got the ball right now. No stupid offloads here, lad. 3 minutes to go. And ideally with drop goals, you don't want to play the ball inside the 10 because that gives you less room to work with. So now's perfect. Out the back to Cherry Evans. Goes for it. Looks clean. He's got it. 1 point lead for the Roosters. 23-22. Look at him go. 2 minutes 40 left. They'll get the ball back as well. So chance to run the clock down a lot on this one. I imagine if they can get the ball inside the midfield, they'll just kind of probably drill the ball to touch. Just try and run the clock down as much as possible. Yeah, that one's clean as you like. I wish on drop goals we could start showing like a live view of in front or behind the kick. That'd be great. Short kickoff from the Knights. And Dom Young goes up, knocks on. Butcher comes up with it. And it's 35 metres up the field. 2 point drop goal attempt if they get the ball. They could do. The Knights certainly could do. But obviously your first attempt is just a 1 point drop goal. Get to golden point. And go from there. See what happens. What team you in? I don't really have an NRL team, if I'm honest with you. I do quite like the Rabbitohs, though. They are fun to watch. I normally support teams that are fun to watch just because if they're fun, I want them to do well. Like the Raiders last year were really fun. I kind of backed them a bit. Plus, they still seemed a bit like underdogs as well. But I'm liking the Rabbitohs this year. I was liking the Tigers before all the major injuries. That was unfortunate. I do obviously love the Dolphins. The Cowboys were fun to watch. Seagulls initially were fun. You're a Storm fan? Fair enough. Fair enough. Little chip towards the back right corner, collected by Best. Minute and a half to go. So this is, unless they get a 60 or a penalty, this is probably the last set that the Knights will get. So they've got to get up the field. They've got to spread the ball around, which might end up resulting in a try. They've got some line break potential, some speed in the backs as well. Just realised Ponga's not in the lineup. I don't know what happened with him. Don't Don't know if he got injured mid-game or just didn't start. Looks like he didn't start, which is very unfortunate. They got 2 tackles. They're only up towards a 20. What are the Knights doing, mate? What are they doing? This is it. Unless you get a 40-28. Oh, they got a 6 again. Sorry. Are you stupid? What are you doing? Oh my God. The Knights started the set and meet it in front of the try line. They get up towards a 30, and on the last tackle, without realising it's the last tackle, they go for a hit up. They go for a hit up. Oh my God. Wow. Well done, Knights. You just shat that one up the wall. So this is going to be a confirmed win for the Roosters, basically. They're going to challenge a decision here. If they win it, they'll get the ball back from a knock-on from the Roosters, but I think it's just a hit and hope here. Match fixing, yeah, pretty much. Confirmed. Where's Ashley Klein? Challenge unsuccessful, so simply just going to be a tap and a carry from the Roosters unless they can dislodge the ball. Knights were winning for a little bit as well. A decent period up towards the 47th minute too, but Roosters came back in it. No, Sam, don't do it. Just take... he wanted to run all the way back to his own in-goal area then. He wanted to do it again. Well, there we go. 2 for 2. Exact score with the Panthers Eels and 1-12 for the Roosters. Plus both try scorers too. So it's a great start. It's a great start. Right then. Get your votes in on the poll, folks. We've got a few minutes until this next game starts. So get your votes in. A reminder of prediction is Rabbitohs to win by 1-12 points. I've got them winning 26-18, Johnston anytime. I just think with their line break potential, the way they move the ball around, that's just... They look really good doing that in the minute. So yeah, that's mainly the thing I'm leaning towards. But yeah, we'll see. I'm just hoping for a good game. Yeah, I didn't stream any NRL last week. There's been... Basically, I cancelled my Watch NRL subscription because I'm not paying £16 a week. I'm just not doing that. So I kind of have to find out which games are on Sky Sports at times that I want to do. Basically, that's the restriction. Is with Watch NRL I could do any, but I'm not paying £16 a week. It's just not happening. Short line. A Storm fan or wants the Storm to win. Either way. Up at the Storm, as they say. I'm glad Dufty's doing so well in the NRL. He's doing extremely well for metres. He's well over 200 metres per game on average. Well over. Every game minimum has been 200 metres. And like 150 for a lot of players is a great day. And he's hitting 200 and hit 300 in his first 2 or 3 games. What time is it there? It's 11 a.m. Easy way for me to think about it at the very least, or anyone that's on Canberra's time zone, or whatever other cities are on the same as Canberra. I don't know which ones are. I don't know whether Sydney, Brisbane are on the same time zone or not. I don't know. But at least with Canberra, for me, it's just take away 3 hours and switch from AM to PM or PM to AM. So it's 11 for me, which makes it 8 PM in Canberra. So the other way round, if you're in Canberra or that time zone, just add 3 hours and change from AM to PM or PM to AM. But I'm not sure which other cities are on different time zones. £16 a week, $64 a month. Who's paying that? I don't know. I've considered reaching out to the NRL and saying, could I at least provide some kind of discount code for viewers? Could I get one? Could I get a discount code for my overseas brethren? Yeah, £16 a week is a lot. I know you get access to every game. Great. But I'm just not going to be awake for all that. If it had it on demand, which I haven't checked whether it does, I don't think it does. If it had every game on demand as well, where I could just go back and watch it, that'd be great. I think that would actually justify it. But it doesn't. So it doesn't. Oh, nice, good time for a game of footy. Indeed. Indeed. First thing in the morning. You love to see it. It does? It does? Okay. All right. Well, that's something to consider. I still don't think I'm going to pay £16 a week. But now you mention it, Jack, I appreciate it. So, if I become extremely rich, you'll know because I've bought it again. But do you know what? I will reach out to them and I'll say, you know what? It's a fair chunk of money. Chance for a discount code? Let's have it. Howdy, Jack. Good morning, sir. I'm not too bad. Not too bad. I'm still a little bit tired at the minute, actually, but I'm decent. Hope you're well. Currently 16 votes, 50-50. Anyone want to swing that one way over the other? Anyone want to swing that? So the last stream I did was the Tigers versus Warriors. That actually got a lot of people here, but that was it was a decent game for a little while. Can also share with one other person, so £8 a week, still not great, but a bit better up the Storm. Well, that's something, I guess. I'm trying to think who else. I suppose. Would they? Do you think they'd clamp down on sharing it with a bunch of people? So let's say you got like 4 or 5, maybe 6 people all having access to it. Do you think they'd clamp down on sharing it with all those people? I think it's much cheaper per person. Is it going to get weird if it spots different IP addresses and stuff like that? Yeah, we tried 3 of us watching live and it cuts off. 2 seems to work fine though. Gotcha. Okay. Well, thanks for the insight, Jack. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Right. Squads are coming out. Bennett versus Bellamy. Bellamy is winning 34-11. Since 2017 is winning 15-1 at home. At Homebush. Interesting. Is that where they're playing? Homebush? No, it's not. At Homebush. It's an interesting way to say it. It's 3-1. Whatever that means. Playing the Imperial March as the Storm come out. Okay then, folks. One final run through of the team list. Get your votes in on the poll. So, in the backs for the Rabbitohs, they have Dufty. Go on, Matt. Johnston, Seagwalt, Whiten, Graham, Walker and Ward. The forwards are Totola, Smith, Kalamatangi, Aitken, Raddle and Garlick. The bench is Hubner, Sullivan, Gray, LeBlanc, Humphreys and Fletcher. Head coach is Wayne Bennett. In the backs for the Storm, they have Farlongo, Tumalatu Brown, Howarth, Meany, Leo, excuse me, Wishart and Hughes. The forwards include Utskamanu, Tolau, King, Clark, Keeley and Liero. The bench is Grant, McDonald, Hinchy, Hetherington, Hewen and Waiteri. Head coach is Craig Bellamy. So, I'll end this poll. 18 votes, 56% have the Rabbitohs to win. Once again, to let you guys know, I've got the Rabbitohs by 1-12, 26-18, Alex Johnston anytime. I'm a Warrington Wolves fan. For any Aussies that don't know, Matt Dufty was at Warrington the last couple of years. Didn't leave in the best of terms, at least what was reported anyway, but I'm still a big fan of Dufty. Helped us to improve massively. And I'm glad he's doing so well for himself over there. Good stuff. I do like Jai Gray, but Dufty, I think Dufty's better at the minute. And we are underway. The Storm kick to the Rabbitohs towards the back right corner, coming down on the 10 for Walker. Bobbles it. And the first carry is going to take him 15 out from their own line. Raddle with the first carry. The next one is Totola, taking it over the 20 through centre field. And he's going to play this for Garlick. He is a 9, but currently playing at 13 today. To be fair, Smith Smith and Garlic could easily swap between 9 and 13, so that's something they could look at. And currently, Garlic has taken two minute dummy half twice already, so maybe they have swapped actually with Smith at 13. We'll see. Smith is now taking a carry through centre field up towards halfway, so I guess it's Smith at 13. Last one coming up, they're up towards halfway. That's a good opening set. Ward down the right edge. Puts boot to ball. Maybe a late shot on him. Coming down 15 out. Collected by Farlongo. And it's a penalty to the Rabbitohs nice and early. Oh dear, that's 1 minute gone. And it's also white. No, it's not White Teddy. Sorry, that's Tola. It just looked like White Teddy for a second. Then that is Tola. 1 minute 15 gone. So fresh set of 6 for the Rabbitohs, already inside the red zone. Good start for them. And a tap on the 20. Ward then hands it off to Totola. And he's going to play it about 15 metres out, slightly right at the post. Minute and a half gone. Garlic waits at dummy half. Option on his left to Smith, who he goes to. Straightens up the carry. I think Smith's done a great job at the Bunnies. Especially this year as well. I think he's helped to elevate them a bit when he's been on the field. Especially the back row, actually. Dufty straightens up. He's now 5 metres out down the left edge of the park. 1 minute 45 gone. 3 tackles to go. Eventually plays it for Garlic. Back towards the middle now with Smith. Ball across to Ward. Wants a switch back from somebody. Eventually gets one from Kalamatangi. And straightens up through centre field. Carries it back towards a 10. 2 minutes gone and 2 tackles to go. Smith was down for a little bit. But he's rolling again. Garlic goes right to Ward. Ball at the back to Walker. Flat ball to White. What a shot, mate. What a shot from Moses Leo. From dummy half. Campbell Graham goes himself. I didn't see that one. I just missed the start of that one, but I saw it grounded at the very least. What a start. What a start for the Rabbitohs, mate. A penalty off the rip. They carry the ball up towards halfway. They get a penalty for a late shot on Ashton Ward. And off the back of it, they then score a try. Fair play. Fair play. Right then, let's get this on. 4-0 for the Bunnies. I haven't seen anything, but they're now questioning whether it was grounded or not. 3 minutes gone in this game. I need to see the grounding myself. Tries confirmed. Okay. Well, that's a great start for the Bunnies. What's your ideal 13 type? +1 prop, ball player, +1 halfback, or a +1 9 on the field? Or you mean, do I want them more like a prop, more like a ball player, more like a 9? Ideal 13 type. You mean if I have to lean one way over the other? Ideal 13 type. Also, the kick from Seagull is no good. It stays 4-0. I think it's more like a prop because Nafahu White's played at prop before, or is that ball carrier? Erin Clark is as well. Joseph Tarpany is. Yo's more of a hybrid, but can carry well. I think, if I could pick any loose forward in the world to have in my team, it's Erin Clark. Easily for me, it's Erin Clark. If I could pick any, easy pick. Tarpany is a close second, to be fair. And Nafahu White could play at 13, but I'm really liking him in the front row at the minute. But Erin Clark is my ideal 13. So I guess more of a prop, but if he's a bit of a ball player, then so be it. I don't need a 9 at 13. I don't need one, but I don't mind it if you want to keep some speed in the ruck. Smith almost took a carry through the middle, but it's Garlic, scoots from dummy half. 3 tackles to go. They're actually just shy of halfway already, the Rabbitohs. Kalamatangi with the next carry. Now just shy of halfway. 2 left to go in this set. Garlic goes right to Dufty on the 4th tackle. Good meters with space behind the ruck up towards the Storm 40. Last one coming up. Garlic goes right to Ward. Aims a kick towards the back right corner. Coming down 5 out for Farlongo. Takes it cleanly and falls to ground. Will you be doing stream highlights videos tonight, game? And I'll be at the game and won't be able to watch. Fair dues, Chris. Yes, I will be doing stream highlights. I need to make the one of yesterday's game as well, and I'll make one of this and tonight's game as well. I'll do stream highlights. But there's always the VOD as well if you wanted to listen. It's a lot to listen back to, though, actually thinking about it. 5 minutes gone, 3 tackles left for the Storm. Liero with the next carry. Plays it for Tolau. Goes right to Hughes. Then across to Keeley. Moved over from the Dolphins. That went a bit under the radar for me. Short side right to Hughes. Kicking down the right edge. The Hughes with a kick. Return from Dufty. Up towards the 40. Expecting 300 metres today from Dufty. Why not? Seagwalt at dummy half. As Johnston for an option. Goes to him. Straightens up and is a few metres shy of halfway. 5.5 minutes gone. Second tackle. To Tola. With a carry up towards the halfway line. And just over it, 3 tackles left for the Bunnies. Garlick in centre field goes right to Ward. Out the back to Dufty. Good meters, straightens up, and he stopped just shy of the 30. 2 tackles to go. Down the right edge, Garlick back towards the middle. It's now with Ward. Ball across to Raddle in centre field. 6 minutes gone, last tackle. Garlick left to Smith, across to Walker. He might be having a go here. Goes at the line. Turns the ball over on the 10. Not a bad place to turn over. I like them actually having a go at the line there. I don't mind it. Maybe a little dink through would have been better, but it's turnover on the 10. That's fine. There's a couple offloads for the Melbourne Storm. Comes up with Wishart, who carries it over the 10. Then he's dragged back a metre or so. 6.5 minutes gone. Next carry from Clark. I've been impressed with Clark. I think he should be getting more minutes, if I'm honest with you. But he's starting in the back row today, which is good. Our next carry from Josh King through centre field. Up towards the 30. Good carry there. Next one from Trent Liero. Shifts it right to Hughes. Ball at the back to Meany. Good meters on the set at the minute. Tuamulatu Brown down the right edge. Up towards halfway and just over it. Dragged towards the touchline. In touch. Great defensive work from the Bunnies. Good stuff from the Storm to make the meters. Moving the ball towards the right edge. But Tuamulatu Brown eventually just dragged into touch. Well done. I think it was Seagwalt. Well, Sequel and Johnston got the initial contact with him, dragged him towards touch. Nicely done. Nicely done. So, back underway. Raddle with the first carry. Not too familiar with Raddle, I'll be honest with you. So, he's someone I'll need to get to learn a little bit more. Shifting it down the left-hand side with Dufty up towards the 30 and just over it. Trouble in this Storm defence already. Go on, Mattington, lad. Back towards the middle to Walker. Hands it off to Smith. He can be a handful, can't he, Smith? He can be. In centre field with Ward. Shifting the ball right. It's now with Walker. Option out the back to Whiten. Got a bit of leverage on the outside. Whiten slips through, mate. This is a cracking start. Cracking start. Early penalty from the Storm. Storm then get the ball back, obviously, after the try. In the cycle a little bit. Tuamulatu Brown taking it to touch. Rabbitohs get the ball back on that set. They then score. This is why I predicted the Bunnies to win. Because of how quick they are moving the ball around. Obviously, they've got to keep scoring if you want to get that prediction right. But it's just how quick they are in possession. And that right edge, oh, mate. Matt Dufty, what an absolute legend of the game. Well, this will be 8-0 anyway. Whiten. I do have Johnston any time, so if we can get that one in too, that would be splendid. Okay, 8-0. Whiten is the second try scorer in this game. Seagull needs to make sure he converts these kicks, though, because you don't want to keep Storm in the game by not converting. And there's also 9 minutes gone. The Bunnies are so fun to watch. I think... Actually, where are the Bunnies right now in the ladder? The 7th. They could easily be a top 4 team. I feel like they should be. They had some injuries as well, which didn't help. But I think the Bunnies could very easily be a top 4 team. It's going to be tough, though. It's no good. Kick is no good. I genuinely think that the inconsistencies for the Roosters is a bit of an issue. But I think the Panthers are the favourites. I think Warriors are next favourites. I think it's Dolphins third, and I think it's Rabbitohs fourth, actually. Flopped at Dyer. I'm going to disagree with that. I don't think he did. I think the opening year in 23 was... He had his moments. 24, him and Williams worked brilliantly together. And in 25, I don't know what happened to the attack overall, but it was poor. But I don't think he did. I think he was a solid asset at Warrington. I think he got too much shite. 9 minutes 45 gone. Aitken with a carry down the left edge up towards a 20. Garlic at dummy half. Back towards the middle. Now with Totola through centre field. And a penalty. Oh my God. Oh my God. 10 minutes gone. This is not good for Melbourne at all. God, this is poor, mate. This is really, really poor. Storm are hopeless. Unfortunately, yes, Mitch. At the minute. So 10.5 minutes gone. Up towards the 40 off the back of a penalty. 261 run meters to 60. Totola with a strong carry over halfway. Second tackle. It is left to Ward. And he gets wrapped up by Hughes. Just shy of the 40. 3 tackles to go in this set. In centre field with Totola. Straightens up. And he's about 35 metres out. Drags a few defenders up towards the 30. 11 minutes gone. Plays it for Garlic. Right to Walker. Out the back to Dufty. Cross to Whiten. And I think he just straight up lost the ball there. I kind of just escaped my eyes for a second. But a return from Farlongo over the try line. And up towards a 10. Good return. Getting out of trouble there. Good return. Plays for Wishart in centre field. He hands it off to Moses Leo. Whiten quick off the line. And he's going to play this 15 out over on the left edge of the park. Next carry from Jack Howarth up towards a 20. 11.5 gone now with King through centre field. Up towards a 30. A 6 again for the Storm, though. Liero with the next carry up towards a 40. So the Storm could get into their best territory of the game so far off the back of this set. Right to Keeley with a carry. And he's a few metres shy of the halfway line. 12 minutes gone. In centre field with Hughes. Ball out the back to Wishart. Goes over the halfway line up towards the Rabbitohs 40. 3 tackles still to go as well. So good meters in the minute. And Tolau left to Falungo. Couple steps over the 30. Almost inside the red zone for the first time in this game. 2 tackles to go. It's left to Wishart. Now inside the red zone. Cuts back towards the middle. Ball across to Falungo. In between the sticks. Straightens up with a carry. Look for an offload. But he's going to get wrapped up. 13 out between the posts. Last tackle for the Storm. Good chance to get on the scoreboard here. Shifting the ball right. It's with Hughes. Steps past Walker. Might get wrapped up though. And he will on the 10. Not a great end to the set from the Storm. Oh dear, oh dear. Not good. And it's going to be Campbell Graham with the first carry. 15 out of his own line. And he's a yawn. And Walker is limping at the minute. Sorry, folks. 27 minutes to go in this first half. That's 13 gone. Second tackle. Whiten plays for Garlic. Now it's Smith through the middle. Just over the 30. 3 tackles left. I think Keeley maybe thought he lost it. I don't know. Kalamatangi with a carry up towards a 40. 2 tackles left. Plays for Garlic. Got a player in the ruck there, Melbourne Storm. It was, I think that's Trent Liero. And up towards halfway with Matt Dufty. Last one coming up for the Bunnies. It is right to Ward. Walker's still moving though. Maybe a slight limp, but he's moving and grooving. Collected in the back right corner, just in front of the 10 from Farlongo. Hands it off to Moses Leo. And he returns it. And he's 15 out of his own line in centre field. Oof, over the head of Howarth. Awkward ball there to Hughes. Ball across to Tuamalotu Brown. Good metres though. 25 metres up the park. Hughes now to Meany. Over the 30. Makes 10 metres there. Good carry. Plays with a toll out. Now with Utakamanu. 14 minutes gone. Good carry up towards the halfway line. Decent meters there. 2 to go in this set for the Storm. In centre field with King. Shifts it right to Hughes. Steps or straightens up. Takes it up towards a Bunnies 40. Last one coming up. In centre field. Tolau goes right to Wishart. Aims a kick towards the back right corner. Johnston underneath it. Chase from Tuimalatu Brown. But Johnston collects it on the 10. And that's where he will be stopped. It's a long way to go for the Rabbitohs. First carry from Seagull. 15 metres from his own line. 14 and a half minutes gone. Second tackle. Walker hands it off to Campbell Graham. Carries it over the 20. Still down the left edge of the park. 3 tackles to go. So Storm could potentially keep the Rabbitohs restricted on this set. Well, it's the last one coming up and they're only up towards a 30. Oh, sorry, 2 tackles to go. Duffed it up towards a 40. Now it's the last one. 15 minutes gone. So Storm doing a bit better for field position now. It's right to Ward. Needs a good kick here. Aims towards the back right corner. This will be collected just behind the 20. And Leo with a return up towards a 30. Finds a line break as well. Up towards a halfway line. Still going. 45 metres out. Make that about 43. Jesus, look at him go. Grant is already on as well. It's a weird one, that. Were they just thinking, like, start with Tolau and then Grant does the rest of the game? Just to ease off, like, on minutes, basically? Was that the thought process there? Maybe. Next carry from Trent Liero up towards the Rabbitohs 20. Inside the red zone again. 3 tackles to go. Hughes shifts it left to Utakamanu. Nearly breaks through. Stopped just over the 10. 9 metres out left of the post. Great chance for the Storm here. Ball is batted out by Smith. And that's a penalty. 16 minutes gone. Okay. Smith giving away the penalty. All right, then. So fresh to the 6 inside the red zone for the Storm. On the 10, Wishart with a tap. Hands it off to Hughes. Switches back to King. And he's 5 metres out between the posts. And another penalty. Grant's going to tap on the 10. Goes left to Wishart. Then to Clark. And straightens up with a carry, pumping his legs. He's going to be stopped 3 metres short of the try line. Just left of the sticks, maybe 2 metres. Grant between the sticks now with Wishart shifting it right. Across to Hughes. Ball out the back to Farlongo. Steps past 1 metre, or spaced on the right-hand side. Tuimalatu Brown goes in. Couple back-to-back penalties for the Storm. They've done much better in the cycle in the last couple of minutes as well. Restricted the Bunnies to getting up the park too. Great carry from Moses Leo in a previous set, a couple of minutes back. Getting them on the front foot. Storm doing better for territory. Not been in the red zone too much, but they finally execute. Tuimalatu Brown in the corner. Storm are back in it. It was a tricky start. It was a tricky start, but they are back in this game. Fair dues. Tuimalatu Brown goes in. And there's no room to add the ball on. Great. Well, there is if I make the ball smaller. What to do here? What to do? I could just make the ball smaller, but then that looks weird. I could put the ball just above the tee. Don't know where to put it. Wishart to add the extras here, near the touchline. And the kick is no good, Jesus Christ. I mean, there's been 3 tough kicks at the minute, but they've all been poor attempts in the minute. Where to put the ball? Do you know what? I'll just... I'll make the ball smaller. It looks weird, but oh well. That's his first NRL try as well, Tuamatu Brown. Fair dues. Fair play, lad. Right then, we are back underway. Storm in possession, 15 out from their own line. Nearly double the first quarter as well. Oh, I just saw that message. Pragmatic Eels got screwed yesterday. I saw something to do with the potential forward pass. What else would you say happened for them to be screwed? What would you say? Third tackle, next carry from Keeley. Up towards halfway. Lands on his front as well. It's a good carry. Bursts through the line. 19 minutes gone. Grant with a scoot down the right edge goes right to Meaney. Over the 40. 35 metres out. Last tackle. Hughes with a kick towards the back right corner. Dufty underneath it. Goes up, takes it cleanly, and comes down with it 3 metres out from their own line. Knock on before they scored 2. I'd have to... I'm trying to think. I saw the tries, but I'm trying to think of the knock on. I'm not, Jack. Unfortunately, I'm not. I decided to make plans for Sunday instead. Oh, Smith's going off. Not good. He's going into the tunnel. Or down the tunnel, I should say. Dufty with a carry on the 3rd. Just shy of the 20. Rabbitohs really struggling for metres right now. In centre field with Humphreys, shifting the ball right to Ward, then to Kalamatangi, now to Whiten. Good hands to Graham. Steps back inside. Offloads the ball to Humphreys. Humphreys might be playing at 13 now. And, folks, that is the first quarter of the game done. Hey, Ward with a kick on the last. Collected 15 out from Tuafalongo. And returns through centre field up towards the 30. Tyron Wishart waits a dummy half. Falongo is slow getting up there. Eventually plays it. He goes right to Hughes. Then to Tuamatu Brown with a carry up towards a 30. .19.5 minutes to go in this first half. 3 tackles left. Grant down the short side right to Keeley. Gets an offload back to Grant. Hands it off to Meaney. Over the halfway line. Nearly could have got an offload then. It was close. Hubner is also on for Raddle as well. So this is actually it's looking pretty good for the Storm at the minute. They've really turned things around. Been able to get up the park now. Much better carries. And they've been restricting meters fairly well over the last 5-10 minutes or so. Kick towards the back left corner. Bit of a collision, but it results in a penalty for the Bunnies. Well, all that pressure might have just been alleviated now. Off the back of that. Oh dear, oh dear. What are you doing? Well, much better carries from the Storm, first of all. But cheap penalty to give away. Silly. Silly stuff. Kick to touch for the Bunnies, and they'll start a brand new set. 25 out from their own line. It's going to be a tap from Whiten. Hands it off to Kalamatangi. And he carries it just over the 30. Now 35 out from his own line. Next carry in centre field with Hubner. Drag back a couple metres, nearly up towards a 40, but then push back. 73% possession in the last 10 minutes for the Storm. Totola with the next carry. 18 minutes to go in this first half. Just left to centre field. Garlic at dummy half goes short side left to Walker. Out the back to Dufty. Goes at the line. Almost slips through, but he's slammed into the ground by Meaney on the 40. 2 tackles left. Back towards middle to Humphreys. Straightens up with a carry. 35 out. Last tackle for the Rabbitohs. Garlic down the left edge. Comes back towards the middle to Ashton Ward. Aims a kick. A lot of height on this one towards the back right corner. Campbell Graham and Moses Leo go up. Graham knocks it down. Comes up with possession again. Kicks through from Whiten. Collected in goal from Hughes. Maybe could have let it run dead, actually. But returns over the try line up towards a 10. How has he been able to get out of trouble there? Jesus. Next carry from Tuamatu Brown. Down the right edge of the park. Good carry over the 20. Lands on his front. Quick play the ball as well. Falongo. Now Meaney. In centre field up towards the 30. Good stuff there from the Storm. Good job there's no vampires on the field. I'm assuming somebody was bleeding, I'll be honest. That's gone over my head unless someone's bleeding. Get your garlic. Get your garlic out. Actually, he's on the field, actually. Is that the joke because garlic's on the field? Is that the... I made a joke. Which was the joke? We got there. We got there eventually. 16.5 minutes to go in the first half. For God's sake, Chris. Next carry down the short side left from Seagwalt. Just shy of the 30. Good morning, Stuart. Good to see you, mate. How you doing? Good morning. 16 minutes 10 to go. Latest carry is from Johnston down the left edge. 2 tackles left for the Bunnies. There's 3 tackles left, sorry. Aitken with a good carry down the left edge. Back towards the middle. It's now with Walker. Across to Humphreys. Now to Ward. Out the back to Dufty. Wrapped up just shy of the halfway line. We're now up towards halfway. Last tackle for the Rabbitohs. And it's down the right edge with Ward. Puts boot to ball. A lot of height on this one. A few players need to give 10 it. I think Graham might have been offside. Loses the ball. Stripped away by Leo. Returns over the 20. Hang on a minute. Now towards the 30. There's a few Bunnies players offside there. So I thought, don't know. Don't know. 15.5 to go. Plays with a Wishart in centre field. He's going to carry the ball up towards the 40. Very well, sir. Off to watch Wigan Saints later. Very nice. Well, I hope you enjoy. I will be streaming that one. I shall be streaming. But yeah, I'm expecting a good game, given everything going on. There's a chance Wigan dominate, but I hope for a good game. Utskamani with a break. Dufty making a tackle, offloads the ball. Keeley goes in with a try. Melbourne Storm have turned this game around massively. Big time. Luckily, I caught that because I was yapping away about Wigan versus Saints. The Melbourne Storm have turned this around insanely well. Ever since going down 8-0, like, ill discipline has still been a bit of an issue, but not as much since going down 8-0. But each set, they're making so many more meters now. Carries are much better. Moving the ball around well. Defensively, they're restricting the Bunnies' meters as well. Like, they've stepped up massively since going down 8-0. Good stuff. They've switched on. And that's going to be Keeley with the try. I think that's his... I want to say it's his first Storm try. Could be wrong. Okay, well this is 8-all with a kick to come. Chance for the Storm to take the lead now for the first time in this game. Well, there we go. 8-all. That really frustrates me that I can't make the ball the normal size for Tuamatu Brown. Unless I just put T-Brown. I'm tempted to put the ball just above the T. Wishart. 13.5 minutes to go in the first half. The kick is... It's no good. It's 8-all. 4 kicks, all missed. That's the easiest one of the game, and it's probably the worst attempt. Okay, if there's another break in play, like there's another try, as soon as it happens, I might get some fresh water. I'm going to be drinking a lot of water today, and I'm actually very thirsty. So, next time there's a try, I'm gone. Unless it gets to half-time first, then I need to refill. But I'll do my shenanigans, and then I'll go get my water. Don't know what that was. That's shenanigans. That's ASL for... Or, sorry, BSL for shenanigans. It's probably not. Been tempted to learn BSL, though, actually. 13 minutes, 15 to go. Just over the 10. Next carry from Clark. Carries it up towards the 20 and just over it. Grant at dummy half. The block of cheese is just getting warm on the touchlines at the minute. That's good signs. Good signs. Next carry through the middle from Hetherington McDonald, sorry. I knew that. Full name is Hetherington McDonald, sorry. Next carry, just over halfway from Liero. Last one coming up for the Storm. Grant goes short side right to Hughes. Aims a kick towards the back right corner. Underneath it is Johnston. Takes it cleanly in front of the 10. Cuts back towards the middle. Hands it off to Dufty. Straightens up with the carry and pumping his legs over the 20. Good return from Dufty. 25 up the field, 12.5 to go. Plays for Ward, and it's now with Humphreys. Carries up towards the 30 and just over it. And a 6 again for the Rabbitohs. Hubner with a carry over the 40. They can get back inside Storm territory now. Inside the red zone possibly, we'll see. Kalamatangi through centre field. Carries it over the halfway line, good meters. 12 minutes to go in the first half, 4 tackles left. Eventually gets to play it. Shifting the ball left now with Walker. Chance on the left-hand side, Dufty, good meters across to Seagwalt. Now on the 30, near the left touchline, 3 tackles to go. Plays for Dufty, and back towards the middle to Walker. Ball across to Hubner through centre field. Over the 20, back inside the red zone for the first time in a little bit. 15 metres out, 2 tackles left. It is left to Walker. Flat ball across to Aitken. And he's going to play his ball about 7 metres out near the left touch line. Scooped by Dufty, handed off to Walker. And just drops the ball. Not a bad place to turn the ball. At least it's at the end of the set. Inside the 10, at the very least. That does happen from time to time with Walker. Like there can be just a moment where it's like just a lazy moment with the ball. A silly mistake or a stupid penalty or just something like that. Next carry through centre field from Clark. Solid defensive effort from Hubner, but Clark bumps him off. Nearly 10 minutes to go in the first half. 10 minutes 45 left to be exact. Liero shifts it right to Hughes. They've got the space and numbers down the right possibly. Meany getting around Seagwalt, flicks the ball on. I think it's a knock-on from Johnston. It is, so it'll be a fresh set of 6 for the Storm in centre field. 10.5 minutes to go. So, Storm can get up the park now. Once again, fresh set of 6. Starting from just behind halfway. Doing much better for territory, and that might continue. So momentum tracker, yeah, was massively in favour of the Bunnies and now is massively in favour of the Storm. Ten minutes to go in the first half. Through centre field, Clark with the first carry. Was looking for an offload then. Taken to ground just shy of halfway. Grant now with Howarth. Through centre field, over halfway, 45 metres out. 9 minutes 45 to go. Next carry from Trent Liero. Over the 40. 35 out. Left to centre field. Grant now with Wishart. Shifts the ball right to Hughes across the far longo. Switch back to Meany. And up towards the 20. 9.5 to go. Grant down the right edge. Comes back towards the middle to Hughes. Flat ball left to Liero. Stopped on the 10. Last one coming up for the Storm. Plays it between the sticks for Grant. Looks left, or looks right, but goes left. Hughes, flat ball across to Clark. Ball is lost. Possibly backwards. Klein says it is a knock-on. Do they want to challenge it? It says an option. Are they going to challenge it? Yeah, no. It looks like they will. Or maybe. Maybe. I think Ward, I don't know if it's tackle without the ball. It is close on the timing there, but it looked like Ward might have actually touched it first. This could be a repeat set for the Storm here. I think Ward's attempting to play at the ball. I don't think he's attempting to make a tackle, so I think there's no penalty coming up. But he might have touched it first, though. Right. Okay. So it's going to be Storm's ball. Yeah, I agree with Vossi here that I'm a bit confused about that. The call was that he was tackled without the ball. Or that's what they were challenging, that he was tackled without the ball. He was not tackled without the ball. Therefore, the challenge is unsuccessful. But it should be a Storm ball. So I don't know. I don't know. 8 minutes 50 to go. Storm are 3 metres out. Grant goes left to King. Push back a couple metres. Good defensive work from the Bunnies all the way back to the 10. Yeah, that's right, Mitch. That is right. Grant being on has changed the game massively. It's left to Hughes. Nearly crashes through. 3 metres out, just left of the sticks. 8.5 to go. 3 tackles left. Grant goes left to Wishart. Couple steps and a 6 again for the Storm. 8.5 to go. A lot of defensive work to do for the Bunnies right now. Back towards the middle in centre field with Liero. Steps back towards the left. Straightens up. And is 5 metres out. Just left of the sticks. 8 minutes 10 to go. Plays for Grant. Shifting it right. Goes across to Hughes. Then to Meany. Has to cut back towards the middle. Hands it off to Grant. Across to Farlongo. Couple steps. Couple shimmies. Stop just shy of the 10. Between the sticks. 3 tackles to go. Grant at dummy half. Eventually plays it. He goes left to Hughes. Back inside. Hetherington. Oh, sorry, McDonald. A metre out left of the post. 2 tackles to go. Grant. Penalty for the Storm. They're going to go for 2. I just missed something then. Don't know what happened. Ruck interference. Okay, well, Storm will take a 2-point lead here. Okay, well, let's have a look at this. I think he was hopping on the ground, decided to put a hand on the ball for whatever reason. Yeah, I disagree with taking the 2 here. I mean, you know me. You know me. Like, you've got all this territory. It's like, why lose it? Like, you're on the front foot. Why do I get the feeling Melbourne Storm's going to drop the ball when they get the ball back? 6.5 to go. Wishart should get this one. He should. Let's give him a 10-8 lead. The kick from Wishart is good. Right, 6 minutes to go in the first half. 10 points to 8. I'll just wait for our time, then I'll get a drink. All right. Totola leading the hard-earned index, then it's King, Liero, Keeley, and Utakamanu. Five minutes 45 left. We are back underway. With a kick towards the back right corner. Farlongo underneath it. Collects 5 out from the line. Hands the ball off to King. 15 out. And then he's pushed back a metre or 2. Slammed into the ground. By... Oh, that's Fletcher, actually. My bad. I thought... Oh, yeah. Hubner's got longer hair. It's Fletcher. It's a bit shorter. My bad, Pimp. My bad. 5 minutes 20 to go. Second tackle. Since the 10th minute. Bloody hell, Storm's been killing it. Since the 10th minute. Keeley with the next carry down the right edge. Pumping his legs over the 40. Great carry. 5 minutes to go. 2 tackles left. Scooped up by Grant. Goes left to Hughes. Ball out the back to Wishart. Switch back to Howarth. And he stops just shy of the Rabbitohs 40. Last one coming up. Grant goes left to Wishart. Aims a kick towards the back left corner. Or just left of the sticks. Coming down 20 out. Dufty goes up. Takes it cleanly and comes down with it just behind the 20. 4 minutes 45 to go. In the first half, plays it for Ward. Now with Graham. Over the 20, down the right edge. 4 tackles left. Ward hands the ball off to Whiten. I want to see the Bunnies shifting the ball around more. They've not done it in their own half that much. I mean, they've not been able to because they've not been on the front foot, really, for a while. Been getting up the field from a lot of penalties, really, but I want to see them spreading the ball more. Like, I think they're in good position to do it now, but they're just not doing it. Well, down the short side they are. Ward, over halfway. Last one coming up. 4 minutes 10 to go. Back towards the middle with Walker. Puts boot to ball. A lot of height on this one. Coming down in front of the 10. Suafalongo takes it cleanly enough. Bobbles it slightly, but returns just over the 20. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Grant hands the ball off to Leo, cutting towards right edge. 3 minutes 50 left. 4 tackles to go for the Storm. Hughes down the right edge now with Meaney. With a carry just shy of the 40. Push back a little bit. Grant over the 40. Hands it off to Liero on a switchback. 80 yards. Sorry, folks. 3.5 to go. 2 tackles left. Hughes goes right to McDonald. Up towards the Rabbitohs 40. Oh, Grant's not in a good way at the minute. Grant does not look at... Oh, dear. Kick towards the back left, collected by Graham. Oh, no. At least they're saying hamstring for Grant here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Three minutes left. Bunnies on their own 20. 3 minutes to go. Oh, shit. Rabbitohs shifting it left. Walker goes at the line. Good meters over the 40. Grant's... Oh, no. I hope it's just like some awkward thing that's like keeping him out for literally just a couple of weeks maybe at most and not like a full-blown tear or whatever. I don't know the extent of like hamstrings. I don't know what, how all that works and stuff. Medical professionals can let me know. Oh, Jesus. That's not good for Grant. Storm in possession. Farlongo up towards zone 30. Finds a break, though, over the 40. Dufty to beat. Steps back inside, then towards the outside. Oh, Matt! Matt, come on now. Come on. Matthew. Sue Farlongo shrugs off 2 defenders. Finds a break over the 30, then the 40. Halfway. Dufty turns him inside out. And then, oh my God, Matt! Come on. Really? Sue Farlongo with a great try, though. That is a great try. So Harry Grant's just gone off, possibly just pulled a hammy, which is not good. But that'll be the lead extended to 14 points to 8. Major turnaround from the Storm here. Major turnaround. 50 seconds to go in the first half. Farlongo with a great try. 45 seconds left. He was right there. He's got the pace as well. He got put in a spliff. He could have chased him down too. Dufty's got the pace. Oh, mate. 36 seconds to go. The clock is stopped currently. We're short to make it 16-8. Hey, bro, how you doing? I'm not doing too bad, AG. It's been a while since I've seen you, actually. Been a while. I'm not doing too bad. A little bit tired, but I'm good. I'm good. Hope you're doing well. It was a great try. Really good stuff. And the kick is... Oh, my God. It's a Christmas miracle. The kick is good. 16-8. What was my scoreline again? 26-18. So my scoreline's on, but it's not looking good at the minute. Need the Bunnies to switch on. They've not been moving the ball around in the midfield enough recently. Most of the territories come from either good carries early on in this game and some penalties helping them out, but they need to move the ball around more. What nation does he play for? Storm fullback made Dufty look silly. He is Samoan and would likely start for Samoa this year. God, the options for Samoa in the World Cup are going to be crazy. I'm not sure if Haas is going to play for them again this year. But if he does, oh my God, it's a hell of a team they've got. 20 seconds to go. So 2 tries for the Bunnies and then 3 for the Storm. But they've actually converted one and they've got a penalty too. So the Rabbitohs need to get back in this game soon. But there's only 10 seconds to go. Storm might try something here. Liero goes right to Hughes. Out the back to Farlongo. Down the right edge of the park. Over the 40. The hooter will sound. And that's going to be half-time. Bunnies 8, Storm 16. What a turnaround. What a turnaround. Oh, dear. Ooh, Falongo's not in a good way here, but if he's a tough cookie, he'll carry on. Yeah, momentum swung massively, very quickly. As soon as it went 8-0 up, Storm switched on big time. Yeah, basically in line with Grant coming on. Yeah, Samoa in the World Cup could be insane. Now, Falongo at fullback. The back line could be Mariner, Crichton. Yeah, so literally the backs. Falongo, Mariner, Crichton, Tabai Fidel, Talangi. So that's Murray Talangi. And then Blaze Talangi and Jerome Luai in the halves. I go with Harris DeVita at 9. Personally, I go with DeVita at 9. Front row of May, Harris DeVita, and... Well, I don't know, Haas. There's rumours that Tino Fa'asuamaleaui might choose to play for Samoa this year, but it could be Haas. If not, you're looking at Junior Barlow. Possibly Stefano Utagamanu could play for Samoa, but he can play for Tonga as well. Who else could play in the front row for Samoa? Francis Molo. He's done well with the Dolphins this year. In the back row, you could have Nanai. Simi Sasangi's also an option for centre as well, but he could also be in the back row too. So you've got Nanai and Sasangi. Where's Helam Luki from? Not sure. 13. Suppose you've got Junior Barlow as an option. Karapani, I assume that means Karapani is also Samoan, can play for Samoa or New Zealand. I do like Karapani, but I don't think he'd play for either. He might get in one of the squads, but I don't think he'd play. For New Zealand, actually. Oh, no, it'd be Asako and Mulatalo, wouldn't it, for New Zealand? I think New Zealand are the favourites going into this World Cup. Based on the Pacific Championships and the Ashes last year, I think New Zealand are the favourites currently. Let me go get some water real quick whilst I remember. And then I'll get on that thought if I remember it. So I'll be right back, just getting a drink. Hello. Howdy. Okay. New Zealand tour England end of 2027. Has that been officially announced? Is that confirmed? That was at least rumoured last year, I remember. Got to be Everton, Hill Dickinson. I do think it should be there. I do agree. I don't think they'll do Wembley this time. They could maybe do... I mean, they could try the Emirates or Tottenham. They could try it. Do you know what? I think... maybe Newcastle. Maybe Newcastle's a good spot. But I want them to do bigger stadiums. So, like, Headingley was sold out really quickly. I think Headingley's too small. Even for New Zealand. It was too small for Australia, really. I know... wow.
He's going to be yellow card. I can't speak.
Wow. I know a lot of the players wanted it at Headingley. First test St. James. I don't like Newcastle's ground. I've been over this before. I'm just not a big fan of it. But I know people like going to Newcastle. So... okay, maybe Newcastle is a good ground. Hill Dickinson is probably another one. But then, where else is the question. I think City Ground in Nottingham, I think is worth a go. It's a new area. It's 30,000. It's still decent capacity. I think Nottingham is a decent shout. Maybe Bramall Lane in Sheffield, possibly. I wouldn't have it at Ellen Road. So maybe Sheffield, maybe Nottingham. The Brick, still too small. I think we need bigger stadiums, I think. If we go to London, we're going to need something more like Stamford Bridge, because that's like 38,000, something like that. So maybe Emirates or Tottenham is a bit too big. Spurs, possibly. Problem is, they might just be a bit too big, but obviously much less than Wembley. Still chance of selling out. I do actually like the Emirates, though. I think I'd actually want to do the Emirates. West Ham, it's too far away from the pitch. I don't really like that stadium. Do you know what? I'd do the Emirates, Hill Dickinson, and St. James. That's what I'd do. But I'd start with... ooh, which one would I start with? In terms of logistics, it's probably not a good idea to go north, south, and then middle, or south, north, then middle. What to start with? Maybe start at St. James, down to Everton, and then down to Emirates. I think that's what I'd do. Yeah. I think. Do you know what, Stuart? I think we've solved it. Big stadiums, good capacity. And I think the London one, it's still ambitious, but it's had a great stadium. Premier League champions. You know, the Emirates is an iconic stadium. It looks great. We got 40,000 for the World Cup semi-final in 2022. I think there's a chance we could sell it out. As long as we advertise it well enough, we could sell it out. You be a great agent, mate. Well, if they get me in charge of the series, which they won't, we've solved it. We've solved all the problems. Let's have a look at the stats at half time for this game, by the way. This could be the first game that I'm wrong with this week. Could be. Okay. Team stats. 55% possession for the Storm. And 2.5 more minutes in possession. 95% completion to the Rabbitohs, 81. Storm are usually pretty good with completion. More runs, a lot more meters, more post-contact meters. 4 line breaks to 2. 21 tackle breaks to 10. 2.5 roughly, or 2.5 plus a bit extra more meters per set on average. Double the return meters, quicker play the balls. 3 offloads to 0. 3 bombs to 2. Higher tackle efficiency, much higher tackle efficiency as well. 5 errors to 1 in favour of the Storm. 3 penalties each, 1 ruck infringement each. Rabbitohs use more changes too. Jesus. Could be mad, but I think Cass win tonight. I don't mind it, Jason, because I've actually given Cass a fair chance to compete in that game. Just because, hopefully you guys can't hear that fan. So I had to turn it on, it's so hot in here now. Just because Wakey's not been themselves the last 2 weeks because they've had to change things up in the backs. And if Cass are resilient on the goal line defensively, which they can be, they could keep Wakefield out for long periods of this game. My main concern in the fixture tonight is just it might be very easy for Wakey to get up the field. That's the main concern. I just want to see if that series is actually happening. England versus New Zealand. There's reports about it, but there's no like confirmation. I feel like if we're gonna do it, that needs to be announced before the end of the season. Whilst people have still got rugby fever, that needs to be announced before. Well, well, we need as much time as possible. We need an announcement at the very least. I think before the end of the year. But I'd love that. Anyway, for the World Cup, though, as I was saying with New Zealand, I think the favourites going into it. Like, they could have... Who would be at fullback? There's the possibility of Kalen Ponga. Not confirmed, but there's the possibility. Anyway, it could be Keanu Kinney. I hope it is. And then it'd be Isako, Timoko, McLean, and Mulatalo. And then it'd be Brown and Hughes in the halves. Jesus. Forwards, you're looking at Tarpany, Marshall King. I'm forgetting some names. Now, Fahu White, Erin Clark. Oh my God. What a pack. Literally, like, they can all play at 13 as well, that's the thing. And they can all play at prop. Tarpany, White, and Clark as the middles for New Zealand is ridiculously good. Marshall King off the back of it. In the back row, you're looking at Isaiah Papali'i and... who's the other back rower? Is Sorensen from New Zealand? I'm trying to think who played there last year. But he's an option. Strong bench as well. Like, mate. New Zealand are in a good spot for the World Cup. God, people have really just disappeared, haven't they? This is down to like 4 or 5 people. They've just literally just disappeared. Jesus Christ. Everyone's just gone. Everyone is just gone. I know it's half time, but everyone's disappeared. Anyway. Right. A reminder that I am streaming Wigan vs Saints tonight. I might be doing Bulldogs vs Warriors in the morning, but that's not confirmed. I might be doing Seagulls vs Sharks on Sunday morning, but that's not confirmed either. Only if I'm in a position to do it, then I'll do them. So the possibilities, but not confirmed. I need to post the stream highlights video for the Hull derby last night, so I need to make that as soon as this game's done. And as soon as I've done that, I'll post the match review for this on social media. And I'll post the stream highlights when the highlights for this game comes out as well. Does Storm hold out to the game? I think with Grant being out for the game, that takes some sting away from the Storm. So I think the Rabbitohs are still good enough to come back. I think the Storm might still get the win, but the Rabbitohs are good enough to come back and make it interesting at the very least. And they're coming back out. Finally. We're back underway. I forgot to put a poll up at half time, actually. Try predictor, 56% leaning towards the Storm. Which seems fair. They're on the front foot at the minute. They're doing much better for meters, carrying the ball well. Solid in defence too. This would be a big win for the Storm to actually try and make the 8. It'd be a huge victory. Been a rough year as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back underway for the second half. Kick towards the back right from the Bunnies. Collected by Farlongo. Hands it off to King. And he takes the first carry, 15 out from his own line. So, let's see what happens in this second half then. I do have 26-18 to the Rabbitohs. I don't think I'll get my exact score. But we'll see. We will see. And Tolo at dummy half. Hands the ball off to McDonald. Carries up towards a 30. 3 tackles left. Down the right edge with Keeley. A couple of good carries from him today so far. Well, now it's 3 tackles to go. Gets a great offload to Tolo. Up towards the halfway line just over. This is a great opening set from the Storm. Wishart. Left to Hughes. Ball across to King. Offloads to Clark. Good meters just shy of the Bunnies 30. Last one coming up. Back towards the middle to Wishart. Aims a kick towards the back left corner. A lot of height on this one. Coming down on the 10. Dufty goes up, takes it cleanly. 1 minute gone, and the Bunnies start a set 15 out from their own line. That's a great opening set from the Storm. Whiten with the first carry. Up towards the 20, down the right edge. They've got to move the ball around. I didn't see them moving it around enough inside their own half, the Rabbitohs. And I thought that was like one of the reasons why I backed them in the first place, was because they moved the ball around so much, which they just haven't done. But they are now shifting it left. Walker goes across to Seagull. Good tackle from Meany, though, on the 30. 2 tackles left. Walker down the short side left to Johnston. Carries over the 40. Some extra meters as well. Makes about 15 on that tackle, sorry. Minute and a half gone. Last tackle. It's out the back to Ward. Puts boot to ball. Aiming towards the back left. Collected 15 out by Farlongo. Hands it off to Tumalatu Brown. And he returns it up towards a 30. Good place to start the set, to be fair. Hughes hands it off to Farlongo. Cutting towards the left edge. And he stopped just over the 30. Lead win rate 68%. 31 leads, 10 losses since 2025. Okay, yeah, there's been a lot of times, especially this year, the Storm have had the lead and then lost it. So we'll see what they managed to do this time. Just over 2 minutes gone. Couple offloads for the Storm. Liero with a carry. And he stopped just shy of the halfway line. 2 tackles left. Tolau. Shifting it right to King, then across to Hughes. Now Farlongo. Switch back to Meany. Carries it over the 14 inside Bunnies territory. 2.5 minutes gone. Last tackle for the Storm. Eventually plays it for Tolau. Short side right to Hughes. Chips the ball just over the top. Coming down on the 20. Collected by Tumalatu Brown. It's now 15 out and he'll get wrapped up and that's where he'll turn the ball over. And Johnston. He's going to play this ball for Humphreys. 3 minutes gone in this game, or sorry, the second half so far. Smith is also back on the park, which is good to see. And it's now with Dufty. Taking a carry through centre field. Stop just shy of the 30. See if the Bunnies can start getting on the front foot. It's now with Humphreys. Through the middle of the park, over the 30. Getting pushed back a couple of metres, though. Storm doing really well to restrict meters. Right to Ward. Out the back to Walker. They're having a go here. Now Whiten. Over the 40. Go on, spread the ball left. Go on, spread it left. 2 tackles left. Kolomatangi over the halfway line. Up towards the Storm 40. Good place to kick from now. Last one coming up is right to Ward. Kicks down the short side right. This will be collected 5 metres out from Farlongo. Takes it cleanly. Returns over the 10, cutting back towards the middle. But he is going to be stopped on the 10. So there's a great chance for the Bunnies to start doing better for territory on these sets now. A couple Storm players have to get back on side as well. 4 minutes gone. Hughes hands the ball off to Meany with the next carry. Takes it over the 20. 4 minutes gone in the second half. Push back a metre. Tolau now with Keeley. Through centre field. Just shy of the 30. A lot of Keeley's carries have been good today. And a great offload before as well. King on the front foot. Great meters up towards halfway. Still going. Wow, that's about 25 metres there. Jesus. Bunnies were doing so well too. Hughes with a chip towards the back right corner. Coming down on the 20. Not a great kick, actually. Johnston falls down with the ball. Harry Grant limping with his hammy wrapped up. And Dufty with a carry just over the 20. Next carry from Dufty. That might be Aitken, actually. They got roughly the same build anyway. It's Aitken. Shifting the ball right. Ward goes across to Walker. Ball across to Whiten. Not much you could do with that one. 5 minutes gone. 2 tackles to go. Ward, short side right to Walker. And then across to Fletcher. Just over halfway. Last one coming up. So Bunnies definitely do better for territory now. They're getting up the field a bit more. Humphreys with a kick on the last. A lot of height on this. Coming down 15 out for Farlongo. Takes it in cleanly. And a high shot, possibly from Kalamatangi. No, referee says no. Okay. Played on the 20. It's going to be Howarth with the next carry. Bumps off one, bumps off another. And up towards the 30. Did you hear about the Magic Tractor? Chris. Chris, please. I can't take this anymore. Nearly 6 minutes gone, 2 tackles to go. Storm on their own 40 now with Hughes in centre field. Shifting the ball left is now with Wishart. Then to Farlongo. Good space of meters down the left across to Howarth. Option left to Leo. Cuts back inside. Stop near the left touch line. Nearly in touch there. Nearly. Plays it 35 metres out. Last tackle. Hughes down the short side left. Needs to get an offload. Does to McDonald out the back to Farlongo. On the 30. Shifting right. This might work out for the Storm here. Meany. 15 out, straight into the hands of Dufty. Oh, good tackle, though. Good tackle. And Johnston with the next carry just over the 20. 6.5 minutes gone in the second half. Seagull with the next carry. Just shy of the 30. Bunnies need to step up at the minute. The energy levels are down at the minute. I just want to see him spread the ball a bit more. Ward shifts it right to Dufty. Here we go. Chance here. Finds a break. Wishart's chasing. Jesus, good recovery from Wishart. Bloody hell. 2 tackles to go. 7 minutes gone. Back towards the middle now with Ward. On the 30. Launch it left to Kalamatangi. Across to Walker. Ball over the top. Oh my God. Into touch. Jesus. Bloody hell. Wishart was catching up to Dufty then. I think Dufty was just jogging a bit, you know, just jogging. I like the idea from Walker. Trying to float one over the top there, but just too much on it. Too far in front as well. 7.5 minutes gone in the second half. Storm in possession, 25 metres up the field. Meany with the next carry, stopped just shy of the 30 in centre field. Farlongo with 199 metres, Dufty 165. 3 tackles left. Keeley plays it for Tolau. It's left to Tolau. Liero. Am I stupid or what? It is left to Wishart, then to Clark. 45 metres out. 8 minutes gone in the second half. Last one coming up for Melbourne. Short side left to Wishart. Kicks on the 40. Good height on this one. Collected behind the 10 from Dufty. Launches the ball left. It's now with Johnston. Straightens up. 15 out of his own line, slammed into the ground by Nick Meany. Next carry from Seagull. 25 metres up the field. 8.5 minutes gone. And a 6 again. Ruck infringement for the Bunnies. They can get up the park now. Smith. Then to Humphreys in centre field. Shifts it right to Ward. Across to Walker. Now Whiten. Up towards the 40. Shrugs off a few defenders. Good meters. Gets an offload to Kalamatangi as well. Now towards the halfway line. Gets an offload to Humphreys. Across to Ward. They've got the space down the right. Got a break here as well. Fletcher. Gets past Wishart. Oh, just taps the ankles there. Good tackle. Stopped just over the 30. Or the 20, sorry. Back towards the middle. Humphreys. Then to Walker. Across to Ward. Caught in a dead end. Cuts back towards the middle. Offloads the ball. Walker just takes it in after a bobble. 6 again for the Rabbitohs. Plays it 5 out between the posts. Got a great chance here. Smith. over the try line, but held up, I think. Gets it down eventually. The Rabbitohs eventually switch it on. A set before and a set before that, they've started moving the ball around a lot more, but they've just switched it on. That is a great set from the Bunnies. Excellent set. Hey, beautifully done. They've actually started moving the ball around. A lot to the right-hand side. I want to see them move it to the left a bit more as well. But they're finding some breaks, some good meters, some great offloads and carries on that set. Brilliant stuff. Well, there we go. That's a proper Rabbitohs set. That's what you love to see from them. And that'll be the big block of cheese with a try. And this will be a 2-point ball game shortly. So if I want to get my exact score, basically the most realistic way to get it is that the Rabbitohs get the kick, and then they get either get a penalty to equalise, or get a try and a kick, and then the Storm get a penalty to either equalise or retake the lead. And then I need Rabbitohs at 26, and then I'm sorted. When a Saints fan told me head coach Walker said, really? He said, no, Rolly. Shocking. 10.5 minutes gone. The kick from Seagull is good. It is 16-14 to the Storm. South's now back in it. Bit of momentum behind them right now. The F1. The F1 practice is on in 15 minutes. I need to get that up in the background. Aston Martin's bringing a big old upgrade. Oh, I mean, it's not going to mean points this week, I don't think, but I need to see how it goes. So I'm going to have it up in the background. I've got to. All eyes on Aston Martin just to finish P17. Can't wait. Anyway, back underway. Bunnies in possession. Just over the 10. I'm so excited this weekend. Could be a much better result. Come on. Carried on the right edge from Fletcher. But let's see what the Bunnies can do from this point on. Hopefully they can kick on. That'd be good. Next carry from Kalamatangi through centre field. He's certainly found a home at prop, hasn't he? Shifting the ball on the left-hand side. Seagull, ball across to Johnston. Meters over, or good meters over halfway. Then the 40 back inside. That looks slightly forward. And Klein will say it is forward. Damn. Damn. So close. So close yet so far. I've seen much worse let go. I've seen much worse forward passes just not called. But it is forward, so at least, you know, it has been called correctly. At the very least. 12 minutes gone in the second half. So line breaks. There was 2 for the Bunnies, then 4 in a row for the Storm, and then 4 in a row for the Bunnies. All in this half. So, scrum on the 30 for the Storm. The Cheese tries to hook the ball in, being a hooker. But a great carry to start from Wishart down the left edge up towards the 40, then push back towards the 30. Good defence, good defence. Solid. Toll out down the left edge, back towards the middle to McDonald. Stopped just over the 30. Plays with a toll out. Now with Clark. And he stopped just shy of the 40. Excuse me, just shy of the 40. 3 tackles to go. It's right to Hughes. Then to Keeley. Another good carry from Aaron Keeley. Another good carry. 13 minutes gone in the second half. 2 tackles to go. Storm up towards halfway. Hughes in centre field. Goes left to Wishart. Straightens up with a carry. 45 metres out. Last tackle. Toll out. Short side left to Hughes. Chips towards the back left corner. Coming down on the 10 or 15 out. It's not backwards from Leo. But it's collected by Ward, carries it down the right edge, and then falls to ground. Surrenders, basically, not to be taken into touch. It's now going to be with Whiten with the next carry, just over the 30. 13.5 minutes gone in the second half. Second tackle, Ward, now with Campbell Graham. And carries it up towards the 40. Still 3 tackles to go as well, so they can get inside Storm territory. They shift it left. Walker, across to Dufty. Good meters up towards halfway. Cut out ball to Johnston. Now towards the 40. 2 tackles left. Back inside towards centre field to Walker. Now Kalamatangi carries up towards the 30. 14 minutes gone in the second half. Last one coming up for the Bunnies. Right to Ward in centre field. Aims a kick towards the back left or left of the sticks. Falongo goes up, takes it cleanly, and is stopped just shy of the 10. Chance to pin the Storm back now. Really good chance here. But long way for the Storm to go. The Bunnies really need to be disciplined here. First carry from Meany. Nearly breaks through, actually. Wishart goes left to Leo. Good carry over the 20. Then loses the ball. Picked up by Kalamatangi. And carries it towards a 20. So they've gifted the ball away. Great chance for Rabbitohs to retake the lead here. Great chance. And a 6 again as well. Latest carry from Hubner. 15 out in centre field. Left to Ward. Out the back to Walker. They're having a go on this one possibly. Seagwalt down the left edge. Chance to flick the ball on. Maybe Seagwalt going himself. Just held up. Can he get it down? Great scramble. Great scramble defence from the Storm there. Excellent. Really well done. Impressive. Howdy, Jay. Good morning, sir. Or good afternoon at this point. Hope you're well. Hope you are splendid. 15 minutes gone. Great defence from the Storm on the goal line. Shifting it back towards the middle. Flat ball across to Hubner. Good carry. 5 metres out in centre field. I'm smelling a Dufty try now. Jay's here as well. Smelling it. Shifting the ball rights with Ward. Out the back to Dufty. Cut out ball to Campbell Graham. Has a bit of work to do. Cuts back inside. Oh, stop just in the corner. Why is the stadium so empty? It's like 60,000 capacity, to be fair. That's a big stadium. Back towards the middle. Walker, good hands. Seagwalt, Johnston in the corner. I backed him any time. Hold the line, caller. Great finish. Rabbitohs stepped up big time in this second half, especially the last 10 minutes. Stepped up big time. Moving the ball around so much better. Knock on from Nick Meany before on the previous set from Melbourne Storm. Gifting the ball away on the 20. Not good. But the Bunnies will retake lead for the first time since the... Bear with me. Bear with me. Depends when the Storm scored. Since the 16th minute. Well, actually, they had the lead then. The 24th minute. But they took an 8-0 lead in 7 minutes, basically. But that's a great turnaround. Great turnaround from the Storm. Great turnaround from Melbourne. Why are most NRL games empty? Is it because of the time? I think it's just the size of the stadiums. Like, they're so big. Like, there's great attendance there. Really good attendance, but it's just a massive stadium. It's just, imagine we only ever had access to the Etihad, Hill Dickinson, like all the football stadiums, basically. They're the only stadiums we had real access to on a weekly basis. Like, we'll get some great attendance, but there's going to be a lot of empty seats just for a normal league game. Actually, to be fair, thinking about it, I don't know if you'd agree, if we started doing like random games at a big stadium, like if say Wigan and Saints randomly said, oh, we're actually going to play a game at the Etihad this week, I reckon they'd get 25k plus for that. There'd be a lot of empty seats, but they'd sell more tickets than normal, I think. I think some clubs could look to do it. But it'd have to be profitable, that's the only thing. Have I added all the try scorers on? Did I forget any for the Storm? I feel like I forgot somebody, but I'm not sure. And the kick is no good. Right. So, Tumalto Brown, Keeley, and Falongo. Did I add on Keeley's? I did. And that was a try from Johnston, who I backed any time. Oh, didn't want that one. Right. Johnston. Okay, and it is 18 points to 16. With the kick being no good. They've not converted a single kick today, the Rabbitohs. Not good. Okay. Right. Okay, well, I'm going to go. Might jump back after. No worries, lad. No worries. Have a great rest of your day, sir. Have a great time. Possibly see you later. Alrighty. Back underway. Rabbitohs on it at the moment. Aitken with the latest carry. 3 tackles to go. There is 22 minutes and 35 seconds to go in this game. FYI. And Totola with the next carry finally back on. It's been a little while since he's been on the park. 2 tackles left. Smith hands the ball off to Dufty with a carry on the 4th tackle. Up towards the 40. I'm sorry, but I'm so excited for this F1. I'm so excited. Kick towards the back right corner. It's going to start in a few minutes as well. Forlongo with a return over the 20. And it's 25 metres up the field. 22 minutes to go in this game as well. Again, my exact score's still on. I just need a penalty from the Storm. And then I need 8 points from the Bunnies. Which is 2 tries, basically, because they keep missing kicks. Latest carry from Meany. Nearly tipped then. Well, that's Howarth, sorry. Up towards the 40. Now with Hughes on the 3rd tackle goes right to Tuamulatu Brown. Ball stripped away. Ooh, do they have a challenge? Do they want to challenge it? I think Cheese wants a challenge, but I don't think they want to give it to him. Oh! This might work. Because defender got off him. But Tuamulatu Brown is grabbing onto the shirt of the Bunnies defender. I think this might be successful, you know. Brandon Smith's not in a good way, though. He's gone off. He's hurt. I think the Bunnies might win this. Because, yeah, the Bunnies defender, it's Aitken, isn't touching him. He's actually got off the tackle. But it's Tuamulatu Brown is grabbing his shirt. And then Smith strips the ball away. Fair play. Good challenge. Well done, Brandon Smith. Good challenge. Good challenge. Where are the Aston Martins? Why aren't they out first? That's what I want to know. You've got a new car. Why aren't you out first? Wagwan. What up with that? Challenge successful. Bunnies will get the ball. "21 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Okay, we'll get back underway in a second. It's going to be Totola through centre field. Who just came on, actually? Oh, it's LeBlanc. LeBlanc is on for the Bunnies as well now. The Bunnies are only 35 metres out. Sorry, 35 metres out in centre field. 21 minutes to go. Ward goes left to Walker. Out the back to Dufty. Goes left to Seagull. Straightens up. Over the 10. About 9 metres out. Down the left edge. Back towards middle. Between the sticks with Walker. Flat ball across to LeBlanc. 2 tackles to go. Great chance for the Rabbitohs to extend the lead here. Humphreys goes right to Ward. Then back towards the middle to Walker between the posts. On the 10. Fakes the switch back. Then across to Seagull. Trying to get around Meany. Good tackle. 15 out. Last tackle for the Bunnies. Walker cuts back towards the middle. Chips the ball towards the right-hand side. Great leap from Whiten. Loses the ball forward, though, collected by Forlongo. And he's going to be stopped just shy of the 10. It's a long way for the Storm to go. No silly penalties here from the Rabbitohs. And Leo with the first carry just over his own 10. Just over it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 20 minutes to go. Hey, been away most of the game. Has it been as even as the score suggests? Yes, I think it's swung a lot. So I don't know when you left initially, but the 8-0 lead for the Rabbitohs made sense. The comeback from the Storm made sense because they were fully in control. The comeback from the Rabbitohs made sense because they were fully in control. I think it's swung massively whenever it's changed. Great offload to Toll. Spawn is outside, cuts back inside. Dufty, you are so lucky he's tripped over, mate. Matt, what is going on, lad? Forlongo at dummy half. Last tackle. Right to Hughes. Chips towards the back right corner. Tuamulatu Brown goes up. Back inside to Meany. I think he got it down. They're going to check it. That could be a try saver of all try savers from Seawalt there. That could be an absolute miracle of a try saver. They are checking it. Everyone's on side, at least. Tumalatu Brown got up there. He really got up there. And a great offload back inside. So, collected by Meany. Let's have a look at this. The Seawalt just made an absolute belter of a try saver. So, shrugs off Walker. Seawalt's there. Oh my god. Oh my god. One of the best try savers I might have ever seen in my life. That is an absolute beauty. Absolute beauty. Hey. Now, I know this is aside from the game, right? But I've got the F1 practice up. You've brought out a brand new aero package, Aston Martin, and you're not one of the first teams out. Why are you not using every single second available to you to test? You've had time to set up here. What are we doing? Oh my god. 19 minutes to go in this game. Next carry is going to be through centre field. That's decent carry up towards the 20, just over it. Tola with the next one up towards the 30. And 2 tackles to go. Humphreys at dummy half goes right to Ward. And Kalamatangi with a carry, just shy of the 40. Last one coming up. It is right to Ward. Controlled by the feet of Farlongo. And returns over the 20. 25 out from his own line. And he has to go back and play this one again. Hands it off to Leo. So for tackles, Kalamatangi and Liero both on 35. Aitken 29. Hubner 27. King 25. Meany with a strong carry through centre field. Strong carry. 18 minutes to go in this game. Left to Farlongo. Then to Clark. Good meters down the left edge. Near the touchline. Stop just shy of the 30 in Bunny's territory. Back towards the middle to Toll on the 4th tackle. Ball across to Hughes. Then to Wishart. Now with Keeley. Carries it up towards the 20. Last one coming up. Back towards the middle with Hughes. Aims a kick towards the back right corner. Coming down on the 10. Back inside from Meany. Offload from King. Collected by Wishart on the 20. Still the last tackle. It's left to Farlongo. Could do some damage here in a bit of broken play. Chips and chases. Collected by Walker. 5 out from his own line, though. Good job he was there then. Because he certainly could have done something there. He certainly could have done something. 17 minutes, 12 seconds to go in this game. And it's going to be Aitken with the next carry up towards a 20. 17 minutes to go. In centre field with LeBlanc. Shifts it right to Ward. Then to Dufty. Good meters down the right edge. Whiten across to Campbell Graham. I always call him Campbell Graham, never just Graham. Bloody hell. Great offload back to Dufty. Room to run down the right hand side. Utskamon is chasing. He'll beat him. Or get slammed into the ground. Okay then. Jesus. 25 metres out. Comes back towards the middle with Ward. Chips. Chases. Chance if Ward gets the bounce. Collects it. Stopped a few metres shy. Quick play the ball. It's right to... Oh my god. What a great try. What a great try. Who is 19? Oh, it's Riddell. Raddle. That's the one. Bloody hell. I forgot he actually was in this game. Riddell gets the try. Raddle. Oh my god. Just pick one name and stick with it. Raddle is his name. Great set. Great offload from Graham to Dufty. John Cena over here. Randy Orton. CM Punk. Slamming him into the ground. Oh, great chip and chase from Ward. Gets the look at the bounce as well, which helps. Quick play the ball. Beautiful stuff. Great set. Great set from Bunnies. That's a lovely try. Hey. Okay. This will be 22 points to 16. Well, 24 points to 16. I don't think I'm going to get my exact score. Don't think it's going to happen. Because I'd have to rely on the Storm getting a penalty, which they're not going to take. But I can still get the 1 to 12, at the very least. Ashton Ward to the extras, and it is now 24 points to 16. So they've got that buffer as well. They've got that 8-point buffer once again. Finally. But we'll get back underway shortly. Get back underway very, very shortly. .15 minutes left. 8-point lead for the Bunnies. And here we go. Back underway. Collected 5 out from Walker. Hands the ball off to Raddle. Nailed it first time. Got there eventually. God, that momentum tracker is ridiculous. Ridiculous. 14 minutes 45 to go. Rabbitohs up towards the 20. And next carry through centre field. Brings them up towards the 30 with Aitken. Shifting the ball right. It's now with Ward. Switch back to Kalamatangi. 35 metres up the field. And 2 tackles to go. Totola with the next carry. Stopped just shy of halfway. And it is left to Walker. Drills the ball low. And it's going to be a return from Far Longley. He's got rid of the cap now. He's got rid of the cap. 14 minutes remaining in this game. Plays for Tolau. Goes right to McDonald. And he's going to play it for Tolau again in centre field up towards the 40. Left to Utakamanu. And a good carry over the halfway line. 2 tackles remaining. Scoot down the short side left from Tolau over the Bunnies 40 and 6 again inside 10. That's a poor time, poor field position to give that away. Oh dear, oh dear. 13 and a half to go. So fresh set of 6 for the Storm. Inside Bunnies territory, they could answer back here. Great chance here. Step back inside. I've missed the start of that one. Well done, me. Can't believe it. You love to see it. But that is a try for the Melbourne Storm. Wishart. A little bit of dancing, a little bit of movement. Bit of a shimmy. I need to see that again. Storm are back in it. This will be a 2-point ball game in a second. It's been a solid game. There's a lot of back and forth, which I'm really enjoying. I'm not going to lie. I am enjoying. Let's have a look. I just missed the start of that again. So Tolau went left to Hughes, then across to Wishart. Ward can't get to him. Steps past another defender as well. Cuts back inside. Tries confirmed. Bloody hell. Could get a hell of an end to this game here. So, this will be a 2-point lead for the Bunnies in a second. Wishart to convert his own try. Alrighty. 12 minutes to go in this game. Right in front of the post, the kick from Wishart is good. It's a miracle. Right then. We've got a little bit of time left. It's hotting up now, folks. It's getting spicy in this game. Anything could happen here. Anything could happen. So 2 tries for the Bunnies, 3 for the Storm, 3 for the Rabbitohs, and then 1 for the Storm. Collected on the try line from Farlongo. Hands it off to Utsukamanu with a carry who takes it just over the 10, left of centre field. McDonald with the next carry over the 20, lands on his front. Fairly quick play of the ball as well, 11.5 minutes to go. Has to go back and play it again. That slows things down a bit, unfortunately. Keeley with the next carry. Up towards the 30, then push back a few metres. Plays with a toll out. Using the markers to make up good metres up towards the 40. Good effort, good effort. 2 tackles to go. Left to Hughes, across to Farlongo. Then to Meany. Oh, sorry, that's Howarth. My bad, Pimp. Dragged towards touch, gets an offload, but collected by Graham. Oh, is it Storm ball, actually? Graham put a foot in touch? Whose ball is it? Souths play the ball. Okay. I think they're saying, Oh, I don't know. Okay. They need to clarify the ruling first of all. There is a bit of confusion here at the minute. So, there was an offload from Howarth. I think it touched Whiten's hand, actually. On the way through. It did. Graham gets back in field before he collects it. This is just tricky. I think the Storm might get the ball back, though. I'm not sure. This will be a Storm ball. Okay. Okay. 10 minutes 45 to go. Scrum 45 out from the Storm. We're short with the first carry up towards a 40. 40 metres out. Through centre field with Utsukamanu. Bumps. I think that's Humphreys onto his backside. 10.5 to go. And a 6 again for the Storm. Great chance to take the lead here. Great chance. McDonald up towards the 20. Inside the red zone with a fresh set of 6. Tolau in centre field with Wishart. Across to Hughes. Now to Farlongo. Down the right edge. Nearly slips through. Maybe he does. Farlongo. Great try saver from Dufty. And Seagull as well. Getting stuck in again. Back towards the middle. It's now with Hughes on the 10. Ball across. In centre field with Tolau. Now Wishart caught a dead end. Folks, we've got 10 minutes to go in this game. Hey, just 10 minutes to go. 3 tackles left. And it's going to be Utsukamanu with the next carry. 5 out from the try line between the posts. 2 tackles to go. Tolau, right to Hughes. Ball at the back to Meany. Slices through. The Storm will retake the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. What a game this has been. Storm will go up 26-24 with just over 9 minutes to go. What a game this has been. What a game. Who's going to get it done, though? That is the question. Well, solid try there. Get some leverage on the outside of the opposite centre from Meany. Fair dues. Fair dues. Slices through. A little bit similar to Whiten's try earlier on as well. Alrighty. Chance to extend it to a 4-point game, possibly. Well, the Bunnies were 8 points up twice and have lost the lead twice. Ridiculous. Eight and a half minutes to go. Right. I don't really know who's going to win this, to be honest. I actually don't. I don't know who's going to win. This is really tough to call. Because I could say whoever scores next wins it, but I mean, if it's the Melbourne Storm, then they probably won it if they score again. The kick is no good. But yeah, if the Storm score again and get the kick, I think they've won it. If they score again and miss the kick, it's on. But if South score next, then obviously it's still on. So it's hard to say, really. 8 minutes to go in this game. We'll get back underway in a second. Okay, so 2 from the Rabbitohs. These are tries. 2 from the Bunnies, 3 from the Storm, 3 from the Rabbitohs, 2 from the Storm. My God. Back underway, Utakamani with the first carry up towards a 20. Good opening run. Good start. Clark with the next carry, still down the left edge of the park, up towards the 30. Good opening carries. Second tackle, scoot from Tolau, up towards the 40. This is a great start to the set. This is a really good start to the set. Still 3 tackles to go as well. Wishart hands it off to McDonald. Now over halfway. That's too easy. That is too easy. Down the right edge with Keeley. Steps back inside. Gets a great offload as well to King. I've been really impressed with Keeley today. And last one coming up for the Storm. 30 metres out. It's right to Hughes. Aims a kick towards the back right corner. Johnston goes up. Takes it cleanly. Comes down with it just shy of the 10. Plays for Walker, and he hands it off to Sequel. 7 minutes to go. Second tackle. Next carry from Dufty. 15 out from his own line. Long way for the Bunnies to go here. They've got to be careful. They've got to actually get up the field somehow, unless they're fortunate enough to get a 6 again or a penalty soon. But they shift the ball right, actually. Now with Graham. Good meters over the 30. Ooh, strong carry. That was nearly high there from Leo. But good meters. On the 4th tackle, back towards the middle to Ward. Now in centre field, shifting it left to Walker. Cut out ball to Seagull. Can he get an offload? Not quite. Stopped on the 40. Left to centre field, 6.5 to go. Last tackle coming up. It is left to Walker on the 40. Drills it low. Bounce on the 20. Oh dear. Oh dear. Touches far longer and then goes out. Oh no, they've just gifted territory to the Rabbitohs. Oh no. Oh no! I don't know if Walker was just behind the 40 or on it. Oh no, Sewer! No! Sewer! Oh dear. Oh dear. 5 minutes 40 to go. Humphreys in centre field. Next carry through the middle from LeBlanc. Between the sticks now, 5.5 to go. Second tackle, left to Ward, across to Walker. Now to Dufty, in the back left corner, goes at the line. He's going to be stopped 3 metres out, maybe 4, near the left touch line. 3 tackles left, back towards Middleton now with Walker on the 10. Ball across in centre field with LeBlanc. Now to Ward. Ball across to Whiten. Stopped on the 10, cuts back towards the middle. Still the 3rd tackle, still going left, now with Raddle. And he's going to be stopped 5 out just left of the sticks. 2 tackles to go, 5 minutes left in this game as well. Humphries in centre field, shifting the ball right. It's now with Walker, then to Ward. Ball over the top. That's a great ball. In the corner, Campbell Graham finds a line. What a game. What a game. I'm waiting on something from the Storm here as well. Rabbitohs retake the lead with just less than 5 minutes to go. It is going to be 28-26. I still can't call it. Genuinely, I cannot call it at this point. This has been such a good game. Very back and forth. There's been a couple errors as well, but I've loved the intent from both to just keep grinding and keep going. I'm loving this. Really good game. Another tough kick, though. Great movement down the right side. And Ward. I've been so impressed with Ward as well. Like, I need to find out how old he is. I want to say he's like 18 or 19. Let's have a look. Ashton Ward. How old is he? He's 22. Okay. A little bit older, but he's still extremely young. I think he's found a home there at 7 now at the Rabbitohs. I think he's locked in long term. He's their go-to. Humphries last year and at the start of this year, I thought was kind of locked in. I'll be honest with you. Because I think Humphries was doing a very solid job for the Bunnies. But Ward came in and he's been killing it. I've been very impressed with the young man. Very, very impressed indeed. Ward to add the extras out near the touchline. 10 try assists this year. Duffy was 6, Gray was 6, Humphries was 6, but Walker way ahead. Tough kick near the touchline from Ward. Oh, it's wide. Oh my God. Jesus. Should do a SummerSlam live stream. Well, yeah. Maybe. Very great game. So, yes, it is a quality game. This is crazy. Indeed, it is. Indeed. 3 minutes 33 to go. 2-point ball game. We're in 40-point field goal territory now from the Storm. But they might score a try. You just never know. Even if a team scores like in the next minute or so, I still can't call it. But we'll see. Storm goes short. It's the right call. But it is Johnston that goes up and takes it cleanly. 3.5 minutes to go. So they just need to be clean in possession here. Just complete the sets. That's all they've got to do. Complete the sets and kick well. And then defend with some discipline. That's all they've got to do. Raddle with the next carry up towards the 40 through centre field. 3 tackles left. Next carry from LeBlanc. Through the middle. And he's going to be stopped on halfway. Then pushed back a couple of metres. 3 minutes to go. 2 tackles left for the Bunnies. Left to Walker. They're having a go here. Duffy down the left edge. Up towards the 40. Good metres. I'm sure he's well over 200 metres again. Back towards Mill to Walker. Puts boot to ball. A lot of height on this one. Coming down. 15 out. Forlongo goes up. Takes it cleanly. That's a great take under pressure. Great take. Had to take that cleanly as well. 2.5 minutes to go. Meany with the latest carry up towards the 20. Plays for Tolo. Down the short side right with Keeley. And he carries it up towards the 30. 3 tackles left in this set. And 2 minutes 20 to go. Liero shifts it left now with Wishart. Looking for a break down the left-hand side. Shrugs off Kalamatangi. And then he's wrapped up 35 out from his own line. VB, Harnan, Index. Forlongo leading with 83. Then Kalamatangi second. That looks forward to me. That was forwards. But flick on from Keeley. Intercepted by Walker. 2 minutes to go. So I think the Storm will get 1 set. Play the ball. Play the ball. Rabbitohs will go as slowly as they can on this set. And they'll try and aim for the corner. Next carry just over the 40. Aitken taking his time to play this. Just get on with it. Raddle with the next carry through centre field. 1.5 to go. 2 tackles left. On the 30, they shift it right to Ward. Then across to Walker. Now with Duffy. Good metres over the 20. Slips through towards the 10. 5 metres out in the corner. Nearly trying to get an offload there. Last tackle. 1 minute 15 to go. Graham goes at the line himself. If he scores, that's it. But he's just held up. Good defence on the goal line. Good defence. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, hang on a minute. Clock is stopped with 1 minute, 6 seconds to go. Something's going on with the Aston Martins in the garage here. What's going on? 1 minute 5 to go. This is the last chance here. The Storm might go in for a try. They might try and force it, but they've got to spread the ball around now. As long as they can get up towards the 40, then they can go for the 2-point field goal. Keeley with a carry down the right edge. 50 seconds to go. Stopped just shy of the 30. 45 seconds left. Hughes. Flat ball left to Utukamanu. Offload back to Hughes. That's a great offload. Chips towards the left touchline. Probably didn't need to do that. Chase from Moses Leo. Collected by Campbell. You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that. There was no need. 30 seconds to go. I think that's going to be it for the Rabbitohs. Bloody hell. 20 seconds left. Game over indeed. Slow play the ball for Johnston. South will go up to 6th. 26 points just ahead of Newcastle. 10 seconds to go. Johnston plays for Humphrey. Scoots from dummy half. Wishart trying to strip the ball. 3, 2, 1. Hooter sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be full time. Oh my God, what a game that was. So back and forth. I loved it. Absolutely love that. That was a great game. A lot of action. A lot of great moments too. Some great tries. Great carries. As you say, AG, a bit of an anticlimactic finish. I think Hughes could have been maybe a little bit smarter in that situation. Offload the ball to somebody else, take the carry, set up for the 2-point field goal. You had like another 30 seconds to go. And you're in good territory at the minute to set up for a 2-point field goal. So it's a bit of a waste, unfortunately. But overall, that was a quality game. That was a really, really good game. So then, match review. South Sydney Rabbitohs 28, Melbourne Storm 26. My God. First of all, the Storm, a lot of penalties early on. They gifted a lot of territory away to the Rabbitohs. And the Rabbitohs, they moved the ball around quite well. They're mostly focusing on just carry through the middle. But inside the red zone, they moved the ball around well. They got 2 early tries. Didn't get the kicks, though, so it was an 8-0 lead after 7 minutes. But they were on the front foot, and it didn't look like the Storm were really ready to compete early on. But then, a few minutes later, Harry Grant comes on because they start him on the bench for some reason. Harry Grant comes on, and from that moment on, guess what? Momentum swings. Massively in favour. It was massively in favour of the Rabbitohs, and then massively in favour of the Melbourne Storm. You can see the momentum tracker as well. It is a massive swing. But they start getting up the field. His scoots from dummy half gives them better meters. He gets quick play the balls off the back of it, manipulates the defensive line too. Harry Grant changed that game for the Melbourne Storm. They then take an 8-point lead themselves. It goes to 16-8. I think that's what it was anyway. But there's penalties given away from the Rabbitohs. The Storm make good meters. They actually start pinning the Bunnies back too. And the Rabbitohs aren't making as good meters as they were early on in the game. Eventually, Grant goes off with a hamstring injury. Hopefully it's not too bad. I don't know what the kind of time sort of length out can be for different ranges of hamstring injuries. I don't know what the variations can be. A medical professional could let me know. But he went off. Momentum swung back in favour of the Bunnies. This one thing they didn't do early on, which is one of the reasons why I backed them to win in the first place, is because they shift the ball around in their own half of the midfield a lot. They didn't do it too much early on, but when Grant went off, they eventually started getting some momentum through the middle, and they started shifting the ball around towards the edges more. They got some great breaks, some really good meters, but it was a lot of back and forth, and I think the Storm took that into the second half a little bit more than the Bunnies and started better off in the second half. But then it started to swing again. The same things happened. Ill discipline from one side, much better sets from the other, better execution of possession too, and then it swung the other way. The exact same stuff. Better discipline, ill discipline the other way, spreading the ball around, good meters, restricting. Like, it just kept going back and forth on what they were doing well, what they were doing poorly. It just kept swinging each way, multiple times throughout that game. But the Rabbitohs, mainly the reason I predicted them again, is moving the ball around, making good meters with breaks. And I think that was the difference in the end. As the game got later on, they just moved the ball around a bit more, executed better, created more chances, got more meters, and forced the Storm to have to work the ball at their own end later on in the game. And then that final set from the Storm, like it started off well, but then just that end from Hughes was probably not the right call. But I just loved the back and forth nature of it. There was a lot of good. There was a lot of moments where it was a bit off. Some poor stuff. Bit of ill discipline. There wasn't too many errors from what I recall as well. But overall, really enjoyed the back and forth nature. If I'm going to give shout-outs as well, I think Dufty, a lot of great meters again today. I think in all of his games, he's had over 200 meters. In all of them. His average is well over 200. And let's see if I can just get his meters. 325 meters for Matt Dufty. He's absolutely killing it for the Rabbitohs. I think he should just start over Jai Gray at this point. Johnston with a try who are backed any time. White and Graham, good execution down the right with Ashton. I've been so impressed with Ashton Ward. His kicking's been solid. Execution down the right edge has been solid too. Good carries through the middle from Kalamatangi and Totola. I think the energy levels from Brandon Smith actually were good. But I do want to give shout-outs to Farlongo with some of his returns, some of his carries as well. I think Meany caused a lot more damage today. Wishart created some great opportunities too. He was very lively. But I do think Clark had some good carries down the left edge. And Keeley, a lot of really good carries and some great offloads too. So I think overall, cracking game. This could be the best one of the week. It's going to be hard to beat that one. We'll see with Wigan and Saints later. But that was a really, really good game overall. Really good. But I do think the Bunnies just deserve it with their execution and line breaks towards the back end of the game. Moving the ball around a bit more made the difference in the end. But that was a hell of a game. Right then. I'm going to end it there, folks. Let's have a look at what was said. The moment Grant went off, I knew the Storm were in big trouble. However, they held their own. Indeed, that's true. You're going to live stream the matches tomorrow? I am. So I've announced two more for the NRL, but they're not confirmed. So I might be doing the Bulldogs versus Warriors, or I might be doing the Seagulls versus Sharks, but they're not confirmed. It depends whether I can do them. I am out tomorrow and I'm out Sunday. So it's like, it depends on whether I'm going to be up early enough to do them. So I'll have to see. One of the best Englishman players to ever play in the NRL, besides the Burgess brothers, was Sam Tompkins. He was a freak at fullback. I don't really remember his time too much of the Warriors. He was like the best player in Super League at the time when he moved over. He was, I think he's the best fullback I've seen in Super League. Like in 2011, 12, 13, he was ridiculous. I think it was 14 he went to the Warriors. But he was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Even though he played for Wigan, I thought he was amazing on the ball. But yeah, folks, I do want to say thank you for stopping by. It's greatly appreciated as always. This might be the final stream of the weekend, possibly. I'll let you know next week real quick. So Super League, what I might be doing is I can't do Huddersfield Hull because I'm out of the cinema, actually. Friday, I think I'll do Lee vs Wigan. I think I'm available Friday. But I need to clarify something. I do need to clarify. But I could do Lee vs Wigan. And then Saturday, I'd be doing Warrington vs Castleford. That's away on Saturday the 1st. Hopefully I'm free. And then the NRL. I also need to see what's on Sky. Rugby League for next week. Okay, Thursday morning, Cowboys versus Roosters, I could probably do that. Storm versus Bulldogs, I could probably do that. And Broncos versus Knights, I could probably do that. Alright, there's probably 3 NRL games I could do next week. Possibly, I'd have to look into it properly for the schedule, but he's one of the best fullbacks in the NRL when he was here as well. Manny was a good. Well, that's great to hear. I never really, as I said before, I didn't really see too much, but it's good to hear. I always like when the English can go over there and do some decent stuff, which is good. I hope Aledzki and McDonnell and Newman, they go well at the Perth Bears next year. That would be good. I really hope they go well. But yeah, as always, thank you for stopping by. It is greatly appreciated, as always. If I don't see you, have a great rest of your weekend. I'm going to do the stream highlights video for the whole derby last night. I need to make that, and that goes up onto social media. And then I'll post the match review for this game up on socials too. And then the stream highlights for this when the highlights come out. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Have a great rest of your weekend. See you in a bit.